Hey, how's it going, everybody? Back for an update video. Found some cool records in the past few days. Found a few at the Goodwill, and I was given some money, so I went to this warehouse that I go to. It's hard to explain, really. It's a gentleman that sells online, and it's open to the public, but he has a back room that's not open to the public. But I've been going there for probably 5 years now, and become good friends with him, and he lets me dig through the back room, which is just filled with fucking awesome records. So, show off what I found. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, Thursday. Went down to Bloomington, the Castle Theater, and saw Against Me live. Awesome show, awesome group of dudes, very cool, awesome show, awesome venue. Got to meet the lead singer, who was at one time was Tom Gable. Then he became Laura Jane Grace. He had a sex change, and yeah, my fiance and the two friends I went to get something to eat, and I just hung out by the theater. I was just out smoking, and I looked over my shoulder and I saw Laura Jane Grace, the lead singer, just walking out of the back of the venue, and I waved to her, and she waved back. So I just approached her as kindly as I could, and got a picture with her and everything. She's really cool. So what we're listening to is Against Me's Transgender Dysphoria Blues. I picked this up at the show. Yeah, awesome album, great band, awesome live band. I mean, it was a fun show. So, and opening for Against Me was a band called, well, a gentleman by the name of Tony Molina. Dissed and Dismissed was the name of the album, and very good. I listened to this morning, and it kind of reminds me. It's kind of a weird mixture, but it reminds me of Thin Lizzy mixed with Weezer a little bit, if that makes sense. When they were performing, they finished off their set with "Soldiers of Fortune" by Thin Lizzy, which was just fucking awesome. I love Thin Lizzy, and for them to end their set with an awesome cover of a fucking great Thin Lizzy song was just awesome. So, in the meantime, after they got done, before Against Me got on stage, I went and grabbed a beer. I was down in the lobby drinking a beer, and this band was just hanging out in the lobby. So I picked up their album, Tony Molina, Dissed and Dismissed. I was talking to the guys for a little bit. They all signed it for me. That's pretty cool. I like it says, Jim, stay tuned for more Lizzy. Thanks, much respect, Andrew. He's the other guitar player. We got on the conversation about our favorite Lizzy albums, and I was surprised that they played a Thin Lizzy cover. You know, it was cool. They all signed it for me. Tony Molina, really cool dude. I mean, great guitar player, great voice. It was a good show. So I was really excited to meet these guys and hang out with them. So, Dissed and Dismissed by Tony Molina. All right, so I'm gonna show the Goodwill finds really quick. I found a few at the Goodwill the other day. This is the first one. The Happenings. It says, "Bye bye, so long, farewell, see you in September." "See You in September," I think, was the big hit on this album. Kind of 60s pop rock, I guess. The Happenings. I believe it's just yeah, The Happenings. And it's on BT Puppy Records. So that's cool to find. Let's see what else did I find. This is pretty cool too. I was pretty happy to find this. The Innocents. Just The Innocents. This is on Kama Sutra label. I was pretty happy to find this too. Once again, kind of 60s pop rock, psych pop, I guess. Pretty good. When I was spinning this kind of reminded me of Vampire Weekend, a band I used to really like. Their first album I really loved. Their second album wasn't bad, and then I kind of yeah, I haven't listened to the newest album a whole lot, but this is a pretty good album. The Innocents, kind of pop, psych, rock, whatever you want to call it, very good. Haven't listened to this one yet. I picked this up to Earl Grant's Golden Favorites. I thought maybe it was. I have no idea who Earl Grant was. I thought maybe soul R&B, whatever, but it looked cool, so I picked it up for a buck. Earl Grant's Golden Favorites. We have Woody Herman and the Thundering Herd with the Houston Symphony Orchestra, Children of Lima. I have one or two other Woody Herman albums I picked up I thought were cool. Once again, it's on the Fantasy label. And they do cover of 25 or 624, Where's the Love, Never Let Me Go. So it's late 70s, mid-late 70s, 75, so why not? Buck, Woody Herman, Children of Lima. I was pretty happy to find this. My last Goodwill find. Soundtrack for The Spy Who Loved Me, James Bond film. I have one other soundtrack by James Bond film, and I really enjoy the music in the James Bond films. So I was happy to find this for a buck, you know, and it's in great condition actually. It's not like it's never been played, or maybe played once, quite possibly for the Carly Simon song that appears on this album. But yeah, I'm excited to listen to this too. I haven't listened to this one yet, so I go to this warehouse. This is where I do a lot of my digging, and the gentleman that owns this warehouse, him and I've been going there for probably 5 years, and I went there today. And last time I was there was probably 2 weeks ago, and he had a doctor's appointment, so I could dig. I found a nice little stack of records, but I couldn't buy them because he wasn't there. So in the meantime, he had a little bit of a flooding issue, and the records that I had picked out, he had set aside on the floor, and the jackets got a little bit of water damage on them. Some are worse than others, but he felt bad, so he threw the records in for free. And then he threw a bunch of CDs in for free too, because he can't distribute them for some reason or the other, some copyright issue or something, I don't know, or something, I don't know. But this is what he threw in for CDs. I mean, he threw in. We got talking about Black Sabbath, so he threw in Master of Reality, Sabbath, and these are all like German imports, so they're kind of kind of plain. Children of the Grave, Black Sabbath. He had a whole box full of Sabbath CDs, and he just had to get rid of them, so that was his gift to me. Paranoid, Sabbath, Black Sabbath's greatest hits. Live at Last, Black Sabbath. We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll, Volume 2, and there's Volume 1. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and most of these I have on vinyl, but Black Sabbath, their self-titled debut. Yeah, we threw these in for free, so I was kind of happy. Let's see, it says made in Germany, so I'm pretty sure these are all German imports. So Black Sabbath. So anyway, can jump right into the records. The first couple were the ones that were water damaged. First off, we got Rolling Stones, Get Your Yeah-Yeahs Out. Stones in concert. I don't know if you can tell, a little bit of water damage, but the records are in great shape. So I was surprised. He was in a really good mood today. So he gave me some CDs that he couldn't sell, and he threw these records in for free. So Stones, Get Your Yeah-Yeahs Out. One of the Little Feat records I didn't have in the collection, Feet Don't Fail Me Now by Little Feat. I love Little Feat. I love their sound. They're just such a good band. Lowell George, I mean, it's such a solid band. I always like Little Feat. Kind of a little bit of country twang to them, but just a great band, Little Feat. Beats Don't Fail Me Now. We got Judas Priest, which is Point of Entry by Judas Priest. Like I said, I mean, the water damage wasn't too. You can kind of see it on this one. Yeah. He was just really. He was disappointed in himself for, the water damage, but whatever. Jacket's a little beat up, but hey, Judas Priest, Point of Entry. I have a couple other. I think I mentioned in my last video. I have a few of their albums in my collection. Really dig them. So, yeah. This one I think got the brunt of the damage. Foghat, Fool for the City. But the record's in great shape, man. It's in great shape. Dusty, but I mean, so. I only have like 2 or 3 other Foghat records. I do not have this one, so I'm excited to get it. Kind of bummed that the jacket's kind of damaged, but like I said, you can see. But oh well, he threw them in for free, so that was very kind of him. One of the Who records I did not have, Quadrophenia by the Who. This one also got. It almost looks bloated. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, I did not have this record. I was happy to find it. So, Love Reign Over Me. One of my favorite Who songs of all time. You can kind of see the water damage there a little bit. But love that song. Yeah, I was really happy to pick this up. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me. It bummed me. I mean, you can see it. It bummed me out at first, but he threw them in for free, so I can't complain. That's very kind of him. So, all right, now the rest of these I picked up today. As I mentioned, I had a little bit of cash. Cheers, by the way. Some delicious grape juice. But I just picked up a couple. Some of these I was really excited about. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Open Our Eyes. I've been on this Earth, Wind, and Fire kick. Yeah. It's happy to find this. Very cheap, too. Open Our Eyes by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Great shape, too. The first song is simply drum song. So I was like, that looks pretty cool. And this is early 74, so this is their 3rd, 4th album, 5th album, maybe. But Open Our Eyes, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I also picked up Last Days in Time by Earth, Wind, and Fire. This album looks really cool. So just happy to pick that up. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. But yeah, this one I was happy to pick up. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Last Days in Time. Cool album cover. So, we got The Smithereens, especially for you. Smithereens. I was familiar with the Smithereens because there's a song on the soundtrack for I Was a Teenage Zombie, the cheesy horror film that I love, time and time again. I love that song. It's on the soundtrack for that movie, so I was happy to pick this up, the Smithereens. And we got the one Stanley Clarke album I was missing that I really wanted was Stan Clarke, Children of Forever. This is featured Chick Corea, Andy Bay, Dee Dee Bridgewater, Lenny White, Pat Martino, Arthur Webb. This is gonna be a good fucking album. I love Stanley Clarke. He was a member of Return to Forever, and his bass playing is just phenomenal bass player on the Polydor label. Phenomenal bass player. So excited to give that a listen. I was fucking tickled shitless to find this album too. Back to the Future soundtrack. This album has eluded me for a long, long time. I love Huey Lewis and the News. I think they're just fun to listen to. Really dig them. So naturally, the only album you can find the song "Power of Love" on is the Back to the Future soundtrack, or they may have released it as a single, I'm sure. But yeah, I love this movie. One of the best trilogies of all time, in my opinion. Back to the Future, great movie. Love the movie. Love the soundtrack. So I was very very excited to find this. So yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to give that a listen. And the last record I found, once again, I was really pumped to find this. He has a website as well, and I was searching his website, and I found that he had this album, Blind Illusion. This was sealed. This was a brand new record from. It's on the Combat record label. It's sealed, and I am a huge fan of Primus. Les Claypool, Larry Lalonde, Tim Alexander, or Brain, and I love Primus. I saw them about 10 years ago up in Chicago, and huge Primus fan. And I found out, being a huge Primus fan, that Les Claypool and Larry Lalonde were were both in this band, Blind Illusion. This is The Sane Asylum by Blind Illusion. I mean, it's a brand new record, but yeah, Les Claypool on bass, Larry Lalonde on guitar. You can see him. There's Les Claypool. I believe that's Larry Lalonde. So, um, yeah, I cannot wait to give this in 1988 some good Bay Area thrash metal. And this album, I have this album on CD. And it's actually a very good album. It's kind of it's thrash metal, but it has hints of even like progressive rock in there. It's very good. So yeah, I was so excited to find this. So Blind Illusion, The Sane Asylum, great album. So that's it, everybody. I'm gonna the video short there. Um, yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well out there. Feel free to leave comments, messages below. If I don't get back to you, I apologize. We all got busy lives. It's I try as much as I can, but yeah, everyone, be good to yourselves. Thanks for tuning in. Take care, and we'll talk soon.